So what have I got going on here? Let me see. So I've got multiple. There we go. We'll work on one at a time. And I'm just kind of doing some final things here and there, making sure everything's lined up nice and neat and how I want it. It's crazy it's already Wednesday. The weeks go by so fast. I like it though. I've started to like look forward to what ooh, why is everything shifted? I've started to look forward to Wednesdays. I'm like, ooh, I wonder what I'll work on next. And I'm excited to get some of the merch out. I'm excited to get I have quite a few things kind of waiting in the wings, just like little designs I've done over the last couple of years. And they're really neat. Some of them I've meant to use and like make on my Cricut myself. But the issue I have is I deal with chronic inflammation issues, and I have days where I'm completely knocked out, or where migraines will completely take over my day. So I can't really rely on something that I am having to make every individual piece myself. So something that's really awesome is if I make a design and I put it up, it's great for both me and my customers because I don't have to make anything additional, and you get a neat thing I did, but you don't have to worry about when it's going to get sent out or any of like those kind of issues that I deal with otherwise. So it just means like it'll give me more time to do some of the stuff I've been wanting to do over time. And I think most of these designs I've either made because I want them myself, or I have somebody in my life who would like it, and I think it's fun and relatable enough to share. So, you know, that's just kind of where I'm going at it. And like, I gotta replace most of my wardrobe. I've had the same tank tops for so long. They're now my craft tank tops. And they've only got so many more miles in them. So I'm like, what kind of tank tops would I want? What kind of things would be neat on shirts? And I've just got so many fun ideas. So I'm gonna put them up, and I'm gonna get some shirts for myself. And I'm like, you know, it'd be awesome to share with everybody. And particularly, I think for the month of June, I'm just going to do everything that sells in my shop. 10% will be going towards the Trevor Project, which reaches out and helps LGBT youth who are struggling. And I think now more than ever, it's super important to have those kind of resources available. So yeah, and moving forward, 10% of anything in this collection, the Tired and line, will go to the Trevor Project, because when you go through rough times, having someone there can mean the difference. So I think that it's well worth it. It is something I feel good about getting behind and supporting. So, yeah. We'll have some fun, awesome shirts, and we'll get some good some good... Oh no. I started reading words. What was I saying? I'm like, rainbow and, rainbow and, rainbow. And I'm like, no, that's not what I was talking about. The rainbows broke my brain. Oh, and the otters broke my earbud. I'm pretty sure. For some reason, my right earbud stopped working. And I'm like, It's the Illuminati at it again. Alright, so I think we're gonna have one that's just the rainbow version. And then one that is the flag version. So this one's going to be the flag version. I'll drop the flag right up there. Yes. Alright, that one's done. Sorry, we're just trying to nitpick at stuff right now. It's that... I wonder if this is better for me to do off stream. I tried to last time, but then I didn't because I had to do other stuff. Oof. But it's tedious. It's the end parts where you have to make sure everything lines up and looks good. And oh no, I did all of it. No, I just wanted to mess with the text. But this is the part that really matters. Like, especially if you are trying to make merch that's worthwhile. You want to make sure everything's balanced and feels good. I think it's about there. There. And is that... Yes, apply the transformation, please. And then there we go. So, we've got... What ones are done? Oh, I was gonna do everything in the grayish text. Aha. I like having it offset. It can't really go on a straight black t-shirt anyways without me putting something behind it. So I like I like this little like off gray text color here. But which gray was it? Oof. I think that's the one. And that's too low. Bring it up a bit. All right. So that one's done. That one's not. This one's done. This one I need to fix the text color again. At some point, I didn't save the original file. Yay! So I had to redo the original Tired and Gate text. I'm like, no. It's the bane of digital art, I suppose. It's it's great you have Control-Z and everything, but you know, if you don't save your file or you save over your file, it's a little sucky. Hey Deathlight, how's it going? Oh no, I hope you figure it out. It's getting too warm for AC units to not work. I know I am particularly feeling the tired and vibe just because I've been getting up early so I can cool down the house. But then I'm tired all morning and it takes me a minute to get working. I'm just not a morning person. I can try. It is not... Why does this not look right? Hold on. Yeah, these are all much... Why? Alright, then I guess I will copy and paste this, duplicate, and just drop it up in here. So, maybe this will work better. Because yeah, something changed with the font here. Oh, do throw this up here, we'll delete the old one. Get rid of this, we'll leave sometimes nope. Oh, see, it's gonna be funky. There we go. Gonna be okay. Tired. I'm tired. Yeah, that sounds about like something I would say. All right. So that works. If I do just... So, it's weird. Sometimes you have to find the right spot to actually use your text again. 'Cause it'll like have a chunk where it's the default text or something where you started. Which I think is how that first one came out the wrong way. Because now this is actually like the same distortion I had on the other stuff. But what I do want to do is take, I believe it's the, yes, the F and the asterisk, and we're going to adjust what's called the kerning, which is the spacing between characters. And it's one of the reasons I really like my digital program, because there are things that are a bit easier in other programs for sure. But I feel like maybe barring Photoshop or something, although I haven't used Adobe products, it's really hard to find things that will let you adjust the kerning between your letters, and it can make things really awkward. Cricut's design space was awful for that. Like, they tried to strong arm you into paying for the software, and I'm like, your letters aren't even like overlapping right. So like if you were to look at something that doesn't have proper kerning, it's more like this. So like here, I'm gonna go and nitpick just to demonstrate. So like there's a little bit of a bigger gap between the T and the I here, even though it's fine. When you see the spacer blinking, you can see the gap between the T here and the I there. And I think if I go and do a lowercase t, yeah, now it's a little bit better, but I wanted it to be a capital. And so to get that to overlap better, what I want to do is take the T, because it's going to affect the space in front of it, and then I would go and reduce the character spacing again and see if it will help me tuck the I underneath the T, just like this. And then you can see how that looks so much better. And I'm actually just going to do that for a few things on this one. I think I did on the previous one. So I'm going to go here on the I, and I'm going to give it just a little nudge on the kerning so that it looks like it has a nice even gap. See how it's got a much better a much better rhythm to it. So I think I'm actually going to see if I can do that with this one up here. So I'm going to go to the S and highlight just the S, because the kerning space on Clip Studio only affects the one in front of it. So I'm just going to bring those in a little bit closer. And the same way, I'm going to go to the J, and I'm going to make the kerning space just a little itty bitty bigger. Hey. And so, I don't know, can I go back to 1, 2, 3, 4? Nope. Alright, so you can see the gap in the T's there, right? And then like go look at what I fixed when we go back over here. It's spaced out way better. Those are way more even and it's way more pleasant to look at. I wonder if I can make this specifically shorter. Yes, yes. Haha. And this is the stuff that just takes a minute to like work on and figure out. You just have to sit here and nitpick at it. Like, it's gonna look bad because the characters aren't perfectly spaced, but you gotta spend the second. Oops, not that one. Wait, not the horizontal ratio. So, I can't show you everything, can I? No, it's not showing my subtool detail. This is for a very particular reason, and it's so I don't accidentally show anything, unintended. Let's see if I can do clip, studio, paint, settings, window without a W, I'll take it. There, yeah, subtool detail. Okay, cool. And I'll just like shrink this little guy right above me so you can see what I'm messing around with. Actually, no, I don't want to cover up the tired and gay. We'll put it in the corner over here. But essentially, there you go. Now you can see when I'm, or not. What if I put it in the same general spot on my screen? And then I have to put it under the hand. Sorry for the impromptu, there we go. So now you can see what I'm clicking on over here. But these are the spacing, so I'm trying to have it be tucked in to the F a little bit. I'm just gonna keep tapping it and making the character spacing go further into the negatives. I was gonna say smaller and smaller, but I was like, why is my number getting bigger? It is because I'm fully in the negatives. Trying to see where to get. Just trying to get it close enough to see. Okay, yeah, it's roughly. So there's my character spacing on that. Though I feel like I accidentally squished my asterisk a little more than I wanted to. Yeah. If it's vertical ratio. Oh, that's how I squished it in the first place. I want to make it smaller. There we go. And some of it takes a little trial and error. But now I feel like this gap here is huge for some reason. And it needs to be smaller. So same thing. Go here and just reduce the character spacing. And that's as far as it will go, which is fine. It looks better. And if I really wanted to break that up to space it differently, I would basically just go on in and separate the letter, or like the text, into its own little chunks, so I could set them as close or far apart as I wanted. That's actually a good idea. I'm gonna do this because I don't like how this looks squished. So I'll put the space there I want. Is this 2 spaces? Ooh, that might explain things. That was 2 spaces. All right, so I'm actually gonna make this bigger again. Oops, I don't have anything selected. Dang it. All right. Cool, I like that, yep. And now I will just try to make a new layer. All right, there we go. Tap that, make my asterisk and make it large. Wait, not that large. All right, a little smaller. Make it fit. There. I like that a lot more actually. All right. Oh, no, scoot it back. I hate it. All right. And then grab the shade of gray I'm going for. All right, I'm done messing with the settings, so I'm gonna close that. And then I will drop my asterisk where it goes and put the thing. So I've got 2.5 and I've got okay, so this should go slightly over a little bit. I'm gonna grab these 2 layers together and scoot them. Oh, I have to close this window because, oh, interesting. So I closed it, but it still stayed up. Oh, it probably just kept a screenshot of the last time it was active. Huh. Interesting. All right. So this is literally just pixel fucking. That is all we are doing. That is the industry term. Where literally you're just trying to make everything look even, balanced, lined up. I'm trying to get the center of just to be lined up with the center of the mouth, and then I want the end of my text to be, so this is 1, 2, 3, and my F is on square 4, so I've got 1, 2, 3, and my heart is basically around square 4, and so I'm using the grid to make sure my design is roughly balanced in the middle of the page. And I do believe this one is done. Tired and not specifically LGBT, but an ally shirt. And I'm like, I can get that. My mom wanted one, and I'm like, I can get that. Just fucking tired with the rainbow eye bags. Because she likes the idea that I'm trying to find a charity to help local youth or not local, well, that's a different one, but that one's for another day. But I've been keeping my eye out for stuff where I just want to, like, the world's rough. So anything we can do to lift other people up and kind of spread the help that we can, I think is really important right now, more than ever. And I moved recently, and the area I moved from was horrendous. Like, I could not go for a walk by myself. There were people in questionable states of substance abuse. There were drug deals going down in front of my complex while there were police units sitting right there. And they were more likely to give me a ticket for expired tabs than they were to do anything about the conspicuous activities going on. And it really sucked. Like, no shit, I could not go for a walk because there were hypodermic needles on the side of the road and in the ditch, and I did not feel safe walking for multiple reasons. So it's a huge problem, and it's really easy to just be like angry at these people or think that they're ruining things, but it's also, I've been in so many instances where if it weren't for the support network I have, I would have been homeless or on the streets, or, you know, like, we're all closer to that kind of disruption than we really want to believe that we are. And it was really rough to have my security, my health, everything just kind of taken from me. And I don't feel callous. I feel like I wish I could do something to help, because a lot of these people have either dealt with trauma that put them out of housing in the first place or other circumstances. But once you're on the streets and you don't have anywhere to be safe, to expect someone to just completely kick a drug habit when you don't have an environment that even supports you sleeping safely at night, or if somebody's gonna take your things, like, it's, you can't expect people to just suddenly up and be okay out of that. And it's really frustrating because there's a lot of things out there that say that they help, but once again, it's like, if you have an animal, you know, you can't have your animal there, or if you have an addiction issue, you're kind of completely SOL. And while on one hand I understand it's like you wanting to help people who are quote unquote serious, or like willing to put in the work to lift themselves up, you don't, like, it's so rough, but it doesn't really address some of the root problems. And so I found a local program that helps with drug addiction and recovery, and I feel like that is a really good place to start to help people. And the resources are for people who are either struggling with housing due to their issues, or who, so like, I found something I feel like can help and really make an impact on my community, because like I said, it's really easy. You could just be callous and be like, those people are, you know, like, it's really sad. And so I'll be looking at how to reach out to that organization and see if there's anything I can do, or if they accept donations, because I feel like that's actually a way, instead of just complaining and saying, oh, I didn't like that my area was unsafe and that there were needles in the ditch, I can go, my community needed help, what can I do to reach out and, you know, try to make a difference, instead of just look down on people who are fucking struggling. So yeah, it's one of the reasons why I keep going to make these shirt designs. Like, I keep saying, oh yeah, part of it's because I want new shirts and whatever, which is true, but like, the thought of being able to give back to my community, or give back to like, just the last couple of years have been a struggle, so if I can turn around and help, it's, I don't know. I'm just a little guy, but you know, you get enough little guys trying, it makes a difference. And then I think, like, I'll also, I think like the otter stuff and some of the wildlife things will go to some of the wildlife preservations and stuff around here. I've been wanting to do something like this for a while, and I just haven't had the avenue. And I think that these print-on-demand sites are just awesome, and the quality of the shirts are pretty solid, which was my main concern. Redbubble was not well praised. The times I brought up Redbubble, as far as like, oh, if I sold merch on Redbubble, would you be interested? Everybody's like, I mean, if you sold merch, then yes, but Redbubble, and I'm like, ooh, that's pretty bad. So I've just been waiting for a site that actually has decent products and something that I can actually rep and get behind. And Stream Elements was pretty good. I think that the shirt that I've had it for like 2.5 years, and it's just now kind of getting cracks. It hasn't really faded, but that's pretty good. I don't wear it constantly, but it gets worn a good chunk, and I think the only reason it really started to break is because I put on some weight. So, you know, the bigger chest and the poor shirt. That's not the shirt's fault. That's not lack of quality on the shirt. That's just boobs. I think a lot of AFAB people can relate to that one. How many graphic tees have just been destroyed? Oh god. Alright, let's see. What do I want to add? You know, I imagine actually that's potentially an issue trans girls would have to deal with too if you're on hormones. Just all of a sudden, like, your poor graphic t-shirt, you're like, this... This was not meant to stand up to the mic. All right, let's see, we got... I like this one, actually. This is, these are really pretty. All right, so I did the other one with a slightly bluish tint, so maybe this one I should try to do a slightly warmer font. All right. Oh, there we go. Let's see. What? This is the one thing I don't like. I struggle with changing the font color. There we go. So very tired. You struggle... Oh, you support a lot of people at work who struggle with addiction. It's a vicious cycle. Yeah, for sure. So, you know. And I'm glad I'm not alone in that, because I feel like it's needed. Do I just want to add like little eyelashes to it? That's funny. No. All right, let's bring this up. And I need to move all these over just a little bit. This gap is really big right here. All right, back to Land of Kerning. Dang, you don't know what it's like, no clue. Yeah, it's not the shirt's problem. The struggle is real. Oh, big stretch. All right, so hold on. Let's fix the kerning here. Where's my... Oh, I haven't opened it. I can see it up there, so I thought I had it open. That's funny. All right, let's bring this in a little smaller. What I want, though, is for Why does that do that though? How do I get this to not? Cut. Oh, no. What? X? Yeah. Control paste. There. Oh, wait, no, I did it in the same thing. No, that didn't help. No, no, no. Alright. You'd think I use this program all the time. I'd know how to use it, but it's true about a lot of things. Alright. Some days the struggle is real. Okay, we got about 2 there. Alright. And then I either need to... Let's bring the kerning in on these ones. No, not all of them. Alright, then let's do... I think the E only needs like 1 or 2 little nudges because it's already pretty close. Same with the L. I'm not trying to... It's the weight of the letter I'm trying to bring in closer and balance out. Let's see if I can maybe add just a nudge of space. Everything looks really crammed together. I don't like it. We are gonna... Yeah, I like that a lot better. I think this one's just... Alright. So, let's do that's fine. Go to this one, and I want to do... Wait, come on. What? No! I can't actually select the layer I'm trying to? Why? Does not like me. Where's the text? Oh, because it's all the heck the way up there. Whoa. Alright. Found it. It's actually just the eye. I want to have a little bit more room. Too much room? Yeah, that one's back down 1. It's really hard to see with the blinking cursor sometimes and the highlighted. Like I just have to see at the end when everything's where it's supposed to be. And I'm like, okay. Alright, so I think just need to scoot the little heart over. I've staggered the tired. And is it centered though? We can go over it. Actually, it looks better with the island. I do not want the island. Where's the center of the word? We've got 1.5 and 1 and a full. So I should actually bring roughly. I just don't want them to overlap. I did not like the way that looked. This looks okay. It's starting to get to the point where I've looked at the word tired so long. I'm like, did it spell that right? I'm like, it's been the same way. Mostly in the rear, you've gone so many pairs of pants. Oh my god. The thigh wear. I started walking again. So, like, my butt muscles started getting, like, back to it again. I'm like, oh, yeah. And then I had, like, $3 Walmart leggings. And as I put them on, they just, like, ripped. I could hear, I'm like, oh, God, there's a thread somewhere that just gave up. I'm like, oh, no, my ass is too big. My partner was like, is that really a problem? And I was like, it is for my cheap pants. I don't mind. My pants do. Alright, I gotta get rid of this midgely remnants of some of the rainbow under here. I guess the only thing to really do is just kind of bring these down and overlap further and then go back up. Yeah, because I don't want... It's the only problem trying to keep like the what the hell is going on there? Wait. This doesn't look like I even did the... There. Hey. Alright. Sorry, I'm trying not to sing to my music. I can't listen to my music on YouTube, but I also cannot draw if I don't have the jams, you know? It put me in a bit of a pickle, so unfortunately I am listening to much cooler music than you get to. At least today. I do my best on, Oh, actually there might be a way I can set it up so you guys can listen to my tunes, but then when the VOD goes up, it's got all this background music up. I'll see if I can figure out that wizardry one of these days. Alright, so... I think I just made this super wonky though. I guess I threw everything off because I was just trying to get the edges all smooth. Oh god, I definitely messed this up though. It was good. It was good. And then I fucked with it. That is... Oh, let's see, I still got some more purple down here. I don't mind some of like the some of the random stuff, but I want it to really look good. I want to make everything on its own layer so I don't have to deal with this, but then I kind of lose the template that I've got for myself. Like, But it's not too hard. It just takes a few minutes, and then just double checking I've got all the edges cleaned up. Alright, so... Alright. There we go. There we go. There. I'm happy. I'm happy. It's supposed to look very, like, scribbly and tired. The point is definitely for it to not be overly tidy. Or else I wouldn't have used a gritty pencil. See, I actually don't like that I, here. I'll lock this again. Now I'll come back down here and fill it in. Alright. It's gritty. I like it. The gritty is what I like about it. Alright. I think this is the only flag that has 7 colors on it, so I think the other ones will be easier. There. Okay, save this. Thick is good. The clothes, though, they struggle. Yeah, yes, yes. Very yes. All right. I think this one's done as well. So we've got tired and lesbian with the lesbian flag, and we have a tired and lesbian. Wait, why are they off-centered? Oh no, I fixed the kerning on one and not the other. Well, you know what this means. Duplicate. And duplicate. Then we go and drop it off up here. And it's perfect. Oops, I just moved both tires. That's not perfect. That's my bad. Alright, so if I remove that, I should be able to put this one up. Drop the old one. That one should be centered and everything. Yeah. Hey, so I'm gonna get this one. Is that color? Okay. We'll delete it. And I like to just hide layers so frequently, and it's a really bad habit. Like if I don't need a layer anymore, it's kind of like decluttering. I just need to delete it. I'm like, oh, I don't want to get like sketch layers and stuff. I understand keeping a few of them, but like if something's incorrect and I've fixed it and I've moved on and I have a better version, I'm like, just delete the old one. It's fine. Cool. So now these are lined up. I'm gonna fix the kerning on this one too. Then I gotta do it with the T, same thing here, because that's that looks so much better. I was trying to get stuff out, but I was like just not feeling it, and I just knew I could feel it. There's something I couldn't see and something I wasn't quite happy with. So before I launched these on the new site, I'm just double checking. I'm doing all the I'm crossing my I's and dotting my T's. All right. Do I want to move anything else? I don't think so. All right. Close that. And then let's see. Make sure that this is centered. Currently not. Cool. I don't like this for some reason. I think it needs more space. Cut and paste. That, and then I can center this. Because the program doesn't really, it's not really able to take into account the weight of the letters. Like, it doesn't get that this part of the T is the thickest visually and that this D is a solid shape. Therefore, the weight of the T is here, not at the end here. So you don't necessarily want to make this your center with this. You might want to slightly off center towards this being your edge and omit this in your calculation, because that doesn't really read visually when you're looking at it. So you want your weight to be from here to the vertical part of the T. I think that looks a lot better. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I think I am gonna actually move. Oh, that one's wrong layer. Throw it back down here. There. And we'll just go and do a little. Which way does it feel like? I need to go scoot this way? There. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna save because I've done a bunch of these and got them all tidied up and ready to go. So, let's see. What's next? Tired and gay. That one should be... No, I gotta fix the kerning on it too. I lost my original text. Alright, so away we go. I'm sorry that this is very repetitive, but sometimes parts of art are tedious. And it's it's part of it. That's why I like streaming though, because I get to talk to chat while I'm doing the same old thing on repeat. I also kind of like repetition. I find a certain kind of peace in knowing what I need to do. Versus the Wild West of figuring stuff out, which I also absolutely love. But sometimes the mood is things I know, and sometimes the mood is adventure. So when I'm feeling a little more in my rut, I really am. Everything's just exactly the fucking same. Okay. I like consistency. I lack a lot of consistency due to issues I deal with, so having consistency elsewhere, it balances out, right? Alright, saved this. Alright, we've got that one, and then what do we got here? Just fucking tired. And I fixed the kerning on this one, I believe. So those ones are all complete. So it means it's time to move on to the next one, which would be... Let's duplicate. Tired and gay. Alright. Where's it at? What? There we go. Tired and gay, copy. So now this one's actually going to be tired and let's do buy first. I don't know how this is going to look visually weighted, but I will try. A little shorter. Make it work. Alright, probably set it right around here. I definitely need to take tired and put it on its own layer. Oh no, we've got no Sogeg for tomorrow. And Theros. I would say ask me after the stream and I'll get back to you. The brain is processing other information at current time. But I will think about it. X and paste. All the brain cells are going to symmetry and spacing right now. I will say if we do have to skip again though, I will take it as a workday and probably just stream some art. And probably, yeah, that's probably then our my Thursday Twitch stream would just be drawing. Yeah, I can't think. Where's the middle of the page? All right, this is the center. Ooh, this one's really hard. Okay, hold on. Okay, this is just a wonky one to try to space out. So, hold on. Do I just take this whole brick? Well, but those ones are spaced out evenly, and this is what doesn't look right, right? One, two. Let's see. Move this one just because I think the and by, or is the A too big of a weight? I think maybe. Hold on. Scoot, 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 scoot. There we go. That's the middle. All right, I think that works. And then we'll fix the kerning on this though. Oops, no, don't move. No. Can't lock layers the same way you can, I mean, you can lock layers, but not like that. Character spacing, all right. Give it just a little more room. Okay. Is that too much room? Should it be a capital I? All of the questions. No, I don't like that. Alright. I almost want to move the heart up as the eye, but it doesn't work on any other. It breaks the formula. Alright, so we'll do tired and by, duplicate it, and now this one we'll just do the text while we're in the same mode, so I can switch to Alright, so let's bring the A in closer. bring that in. Bring this one out, just one or two. All right. How do I center this? So. Here, I believe. A little bit more. Do. That works. And then I believe tired is still... No. I guess the other one was the wrong one to copy, because it's... There we go. You know, I'm silly. I probably should have just put like a line down the center, and it would have made the whole thing a lot easier to just see where the middle section was while making everything symmetrical. Probably would have been wise. And then what do I got? Like this. 2, 3. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't make myself any sort of guidelines earlier, but if I come back and I try to adjust anything. At least I have my notes. Alright, so... Helps a bit. That I can actually kind of see and visualize. Cool. Alright, well, with that there then, let me just double check everything looks centered. Especially tired and by. Hey, how's it going? Welcome in, you guys. I feel like now is a really great time to just mention I appreciate anyone and everyone who's coming over and following my streams on YouTube. Twitch seems to be setting itself on fire. And I don't have too many plans to continue streaming there long term. Just because they're not treating their creators right. And I feel like YouTube's doing a bit better of a job, so we're just gonna keep focusing over here. So it means the world to me to see those of you who come and say hi no matter where I stream. It is amazing and you are awesome. All right, let's do some flags here. Oh yeah, there was one more I was going to do. Let's rename this one Tired and Pan. And then I hope, actually, since it's got the same number of letters, maybe this will be easier. We'll do one more. Because... Nope, not that one. Huh? This one, there we go. Sorry, whenever I, like, type, I have to use all my brain cells. It's hard to talk and type at the same time. I'm sure I'm not the only one. Alright, so I feel like this, oops, should be included as well, so. Okay, let's play the balance game. Where do we want to shift it to? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay, scoot this guy in just a little bit. Actually, we're gonna okay. I hate graphic design. I'm good at it. At least good enough at it. And I enjoy it sometimes, but I also just, I really don't. Like, I like drawing and sketching and everything, and then when it comes to editing fonts, I'm just like, oh, not my favorite. But I usually have to edit the fonts to get through and finish the projects that I want, so how I motivate myself in the end. Alright, let's say move buy flag down here. Awesome. Tired and pan, move the pan flag down. And then we've got our last one right here. Boom. Now, I don't really need flags, but they were a nice little collection point. Alright. Let's start with tired and buy. So, gonna lock this, and then I fucked up last time where everything was like the same. Not the same, what? Where I was struggling with stuff showing through underneath. So we'll just go ahead and make sure for this one we go real heavy-handed to start, and I cover up any and all of the previous rainbow underneath. So, hey. Now we grab this and my pencil, and now we'll fill in the medium. And the middle. We'll fill in the medium. The median? I don't know what my brain was thinking it was trying to do there, but we're filling in the middle. The only thing I don't like about that feels very it's down a little bit more actually, because the flag's very what do you say? It's weighted more to the pink and the brain. Using all my brain cells. Making the art. Sorry. I know I just like stopped talking mid-sentence. I don't really know what to do about it. Like I'm working. Oh. I know it's probably irritating. You're like, what? Finish your sentence. But I'm like, oh, I lost the sentence. I need to put my thoughts on one of the the little child leashes. Just put the little backpack on it and then put the strap around my wrist so I can remember I was trying to talk about. All right. I think we should do like a deep purplish blue for this one, maybe. Seems like a good idea. See how it actually looks, but we'll try. Home from throwing tanks at gene stealers for the day. Nice. Got to play some Warhammer then? Twitch is an absolute dumpster fire at the moment. Feel bad for me since I only recently got partner. Yeah, it's one of those things where what I would probably do if I decide to take my leave from the platform would be we'll do like a subathon or like a stream something just to hit the payout threshold so that Twitch wouldn't have any lingering funds remaining, and then I probably just wouldn't continue to stream there. Which is really sad. I think Twitch had a lot of potential, and like there was a huge spike in both streamers and viewers. Like the whole site saw a boom in 2020 when the pandemic hit, and there was all that potential, and instead I believe you can see a drop off that kind of correlates when they force the new ad policy. That kind of really makes it rough to discover new streamers because you have to sit through a whole ad before you can determine if you even like the stream or not. And it's a little rough. I don't tend to use Twitch anymore to look for streamers. I'll go on and I will see if someone that I like is on. And if so, then I will, I'll go and watch them. But if nobody I want to watch is online, I don't waste time watching 30 ads to find someone to watch on Twitch anymore. I just go to YouTube and start watching YouTube videos. I'll watch someone's stream VOD on YouTube, or I'll watch like video essays or something I can turn on in the background while I'm doing other stuff. I don't want to have to spend a half hour trying to figure out like where I'm landing. That half hour I have stuff to do. So it's been really interesting seeing Twitch take all that potential and just kind of not really utilize it. They just tried to like they got greedy with it, and the more they try to squeeze out of stuff, the worse it is. And I'm not too fond of the new policy that it's not a policy. Well, there is a new policy that sucks, but I don't really have any sponsorship or brand deals yet, so that kind of thing doesn't affect me yet. However, as implied by the tone in my voice, like that also would prevent things from changing or moving that direction, and Twitch just doesn't like really generate that much money on its own. It's really weird. Out of all the places I've gone and streamed or tried to make an income on, Twitch is one of the weirdest, and it's the most demanding, like on par with having to draw individual commissions. As far as like to make money, you have to be live and streaming and getting people to do the donations and sub, and if you're not in that mode like, or if Twitch tries to come in and change, their payout split. There were partners who were getting like 75% splits, and then Twitch changed it so now they're only getting 50. And now they can't rely on sponsors to make up for the revenue that was taken away from them. Like, it's insane. Like, it's like that Eric Andre meme where it's like, why would you do this? Like, where did all our users go? I don't know. It's like you scare them all away. It's just so frustrating. But I have a lot of high hopes for YouTube. So far it seems all right. I don't mind it. I wish the chat were a little like, that is one thing I do like about Twitch is the interactivity. The level that I can interact in my chat, the stuff you guys can redeem, and the ways that you can impact my stream. It's fun. And I like that. And so for the time being, I'll definitely still be streaming on Fridays and doing my Pokemon stream. But for the most part, if it's not my Thursday D&D streams or my Friday Pokemon/art stream, I'm not going to put any additional effort into Twitch, and I will continue to put any additional effort towards YouTube. And it's just so sad for Twitch because I can't be the only creator feeling that way. But, you know, it's good for YouTube. There's also, oh, that's what I was going to touch on. It sounds like there's, what is it, Turbo? I might be thinking of the wrong name, but it was like Twitch Turbo or something like that. And it was like, for a certain number, it was like $8 a month, you got an ad-free experience on Twitch. But it doesn't, like, you just get to have an ad-free viewing experience. It takes away the subs that would go to your creators and streamers that you were giving your subscriptions to. Like, none of it makes sense. Twitch is fighting against its own best interest so hard in the hopes of wringing every penny it can out of its creators, and that's just, it's nuts. I'm not overly interested in being a part of it. But it's also why it's really important to diversify what platforms you're on. And I learned this when Tumblr set fire due to ye old titty ban. And I could no longer post a lot of my artwork. And a lot of people just left the website. And I've only recently finally made a new Tumblr again for Skuttz Butts just to kind of have it and be in the loop, but I can't even reactivate my old account because of the art that's on it. It's basically like I would have to absolutely nuke the whole thing. I'm like, oh boy. I'm not doing that. So we just made a new one. Starting over. But that's where you find yourself if you don't have like roots and if you don't have roots planted and growing somewhere else when one platform sinks, you're just kind of screwed. And we're seeing that again, I feel like, with Twitter. There's been a lot of changes to Twitter that have just made the website overall a lot less usable. I don't see a lot of the art that I used to see. It's not as bad, but it's also like I don't see a lot of my friends and art mutes anymore. I just see I just see all these huge trending things ever, and I'm like, what? And I see stuff and I'm like, I don't even like this, and I go to unfollow the artist and I'm not even following them, and I'm like, oh god. So it's like always flipping my it's like how Facebook used to have the most popular feed, and then it would have the recent feed, and you'd switch it over to the most recent stuff so you could see your friends' posts, and then the next time you sign in, for some reason it's back over to most popular posts, and you know, be damned if you can see what your besties are posting. You have to actually go to people's pages half the time and be like, ah. Alright. Let's see if I can get something. Oh, gosh dang it. Hang on. Sorry about that. My partner forgot it's Wednesday and I be streaming. I really try. I don't feel comfortable having my phone completely off though in case of emergencies, so I'll try to stick it on vibrate, but it's always super irritating when it oh. my gosh. All right, I'm just gonna throw my phone into the void for 2.5 hours. This is what's gonna start happening. All right. It's so strange though, because we're in that era where it's so easy to reach out and contact people by calling or texting, but it's hard because it's like I'm not always available, but my phone will ring anytime. All right, so let's do. Let's see, what do I'm not liking something and I'm not sure what. But this needs to come out more? Yeah, alright. Yeah, it's like, I just want to put my phone on silent, but then I don't want to accidentally miss, you know, if something important is going on. Because I've had those times too. It's like, alright. For the most part, it's not urgent. I can get to it later. Alright, so what do we got here? We've got... I think this is looking pretty good. I just don't know what... Do I leave it gray? Ooh. I don't know. So, most of the flags so far have kind of leaned in one color direction or another. I suppose I can try and go with the purplish shade again and see? No, that's... How? How does my brain do that? For some reason, I still grab the perspective tool instead of the A. Like this triangle and this A, they're the same to my brain. They're exactly the same. They are twins. And I have been using this program since like for five or 6 years now or something like that. Like it's crazy that I still make that same mistake and I'm just as irritated and amused every time. Like how, brain? How are we still doing this? See, I don't know about the purple. Ah, damn. Ow. I don't know. Here, can I just merge these? Yeah. I'll put that over. It's easier. Yes! That's so much easier. Alright. We'll do it that way. Then I can just put up this and try the slider. See what I like. Cause I'm not really sure. Any of these really look good. I guess the tealish blue. Here we go. So let's see if it works for these, and then we got one more left. I think having it not be totally just a flat black and having it be kind of a washed out washed out gray or a washed out dark blue, where it's kind of got the little bit of a fade to it, definitely adds to just that like tired feel. All right, I think that works. What's that? My gosh. All right. So yeah, I think we have one more. All right, so let me go put the flag away. There we go. All right, so we got one more. I think the gray will be okay for that. I don't know, we'll see actually. It'll be interesting. Step one, let's just color everything one. I kind of like that. I just need the void eye bags. Oh god, the Tumblr ban, you remember that? The Tumblr ban was wild too, because like well before even some of the pinup-y stuff on my page got like swooped up in it, it was flagging stuff like bread because it thought the bread was butt. Like the humps of the bread loaf looked like butt cheeks, and it was just like, no. Someone put a picture of a hand up and it censors the hand, and I think they jokingly retook the picture of the hand and photoshopped other things onto the hand that were inappropriate, and that one didn't get flagged because the whole flagging system at the beginning was just a royal shit show and a half. So those are fun times. Oh, but it's why it's always good. Like, I mean, truthfully, businesses can operate how they want. So if your conduct is outside of their terms of service, they do not have to platform you. So it's you know, the reality that sometimes you gotta have, you know, what is it? Don't put your eggs in one basket, because you know, you never know what's gonna happen, and social media is so very much the same. Ooh, too much void, can't see. All right. This one's gonna be a pretty cool shirt, I feel like, actually. This is fucking sick. This is so hard for me because I'm like intentionally trying to make sure nothing is symmetrical. There's no symmetry. No symmetry. And I'm like, but I want to make it symmetrical. And I'm like, no. I don't have to mirror the stripes, nothing. Actually, I'm going to stop right there. Let's do the bottom purple. I don't have to do this twice. It's dumb to come back over and stack the purple on. I should just put the purple on underneath. And boom. Easy. Not easy. All right, so all right, that's great. I love it. I'm in my flow and everything, and the program's like, yeah, you know those beautiful pencil strokes that should have happened? I was buffering, so they're not. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. Suppose the trade-off is it might remember part of what I was working on. For some reason, I lost power. All right. I love this. I like it. It looks tired as fuck. I think this like wins the most tired looking design. I don't want to change it, but it's the only one that looks different, so I guess it makes sense I gotta adjust. Alright, that should be good. Okie dokie. So now I have to save 100 files. Which I feel like I'll do off stream so that you guys don't have to watch. Yeah, I like it. Actually, I'm gonna disrupt the whole system. Here we go. Let's crop it in and cut off this whole chunk on the bottom because it's just extra spice. Cool. Yeah, that should be good. So I'll save that, and I've got, so these will actually, I'll be putting these up in my shop tonight, so finally doing it. Just so very tired. It was flagging off color, but I made it perfect. If I made it perfect, it would just look weird. Yeah. It would defeat the scribbly, tired feel. Okay. We're getting on here. I've been sitting for about an hour and 45, and we just got through all of these. So, I believe I'm gonna take a quick de-shrimping break to stretch and move my little leggies around before I move to, I say little leggies, but I'm like 5'10". Skuttz is not little. So yeah. We're gonna go take a break and then we'll come back and work on the otter. Wait. Yeah. Actually, I kind of like that purple fade. It's good. I like it. It doesn't look like there's anything on it here, but it'll be fine. That's cool. That's cool. I like it. I love it. All right. Neat. Awesome. Oh, and there's a Skuttz. If I run out of stuff to do or got bored, this is my alternate project. All right. 5'10". Yeah. Well, I used to be 5'11", but somewhere I lost like an inch. So it's yeah. For some reason I guess everybody thought I was short. And I'm like, I'm not short. I'm too tall. Ugh. I'm too tall and I wear size 11 shoes. which is crazy. I'm almost unable to find size 11 wide shoes in store anymore, and they just tell me I need to order it offline, and if it doesn't fit, return it. And I'm just like, that is horrible. I don't want to order a bunch of shoes offline until I find the Cinderella shoe. So I just go over to the men's section and I buy a pair of size 9s. I'm like, they're fucking tennis shoes. So at least there is that. But like, how no salesperson is ever, I mean, I guess, I don't know if it's gendered shoes or something. Like, I guess maybe somebody could get really offended if you were looking for tennis shoes and they're like, you can go look in the men's section. I can see how it might not always fly, or some people might not want. I just want a basic bitch pair of white tennis shoes with like blue accents. That is the shoe style I have gone for the last 10 years. And I don't care if it's a men's shoe, a woman's shoe. I just want a shoe so I can wear it till it falls apart and I have to buy a new pair. That's the life cycle. All right. I'm going to go to the restroom and I'll be right back. I hate when you have a fear and you're like, that's unfounded. Because sometimes I'll fall asleep on the couch, or I'll sleep on the couch just because if I'm up all night, I hate going to bed like right before my partner gets up for work. Because I've been there where if you wake up like an hour or two before work, then all you wake up and think about is work. And so if it's like super late and it's crossed the threshold where I don't want to wake him up, I will go sleep on the couch. And I'm always afraid. Every time I'm like, how many spiders are in my blanket? I'll try to shake it off just in case, or, you know, but I'm like, and I'm like, nah, I'm being completely unrealistic. I'm just being silly. There's a silly goose. And I'm like, okay, reasonably, there's definitely at least one spider in there sometimes, right? Don't think about it too much. Don't think about it too much. And while I was out in the living room, guess what I saw dropping from the ceiling down onto my blanket? And I'm like, no, you don't. So, I was gone for a little bit extra longer, but I was defending my blanket, from spiders. Yeah. So, I appreciate that. End of spider story. Welcome back to Otter Time. Sorry, I know some people have like arachnophobia to the point where they can't even deal with someone else talking about stuff, so. I'm trying to be mindful. Alright. So, stretched his little paw out. I made it just a little bit smaller. So now I'm just bridging the gap here. There's so many better ways. You can also use the vector tool. I just don't want to. That's valid. It's probably a little bit faster. In case you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll pull it out here in just a second. But it's like dragging and dropping points around versus drawing and erasing so much. So basically I'll just make a new layer real quick. And I can grab the points here and I go doot doot doot, and I can kind of come back in with my point here and like adjust. Oh, excuse me. I was like, a hiccup that wasn't a hiccup. And so you can just kind of like rearrange stuff this way. So instead of redrawing stuff and like constantly adjusting it, you can just move the anchor points. And there's also, let's see, is it redraw vector line width? I'm not sure if, or adjust, does this one work? But you can still like make some areas thicker or thinner depending, but I feel like you get a lot less control in how it does it. And you can sit there and take the adjust width like this and do it manually. Oh god, it made a bunch of them. So you can do it manually, and like that one's, it's not too bad. Like there are certain things I use it for. I did it with the Skuttz yeah emote where she's got the fire, because it was a simple and familiar shape. But something like the otter where I'm not even sure what shape I want to make, I don't like doing this. And in the end, the main thing is like the vector would scale up, so I might be able to salvage part of my Skuttz emote because I can scale up the vector, but you can also just make the file large enough and it's fine. If you're not like putting stuff on billboards or making a huge poster, it's not really that important. I kind of feel like I want him to be able to be a vinyl sticker or just like a standalone without necessarily having to be colored in. So just so it would work for some other options, because I don't think there's any reason I can't. And I would love if I could have one design be multi-purpose. So I just clean up the design enough so that if I were to cut this out on my vinyl cutter, that I know everything would stay together and be easy to peel. And if it ruins too much of the design, I just will come back and undo it. I don't think so, though. I think trying to visualize some of it this way will only enhance the design. So we'll see. I can always drop it or stop when I feel like I've done enough. Because this is getting pretty close, and I'm just like nitpicking and finding the last details I want to adjust. Some otter options, yes. Some otter options. I'm not sure how I feel about his little foot here. Like the one toe on the end looks wrong, maybe? Is it just the nail? I don't know. Maybe, because the others are a different shape. Was that part of it? Maybe. I'll thicken up the outline again. Yeah, actually it was just the majority of it was that the nail looked wonky. Does it look weird if I just fill his nails in? Can you tell that they are nails? I think their nails were like ivory or gray though. Yeah, it doesn't really... that's just so much to pick out. So much to pick out of a vinyl. We could do that sometime on stream. There's a ton of stuff I want to do, ton of stuff I want to make. It doesn't always necessarily have to be digital art, especially with our earlier conversation, that Twitch just kind of is setting itself on fire, and it's not what it could have been, but it could be fun to do some other things. Like, I know so much. I can share knowledge of art, yes, of drawing, of digital things, but of traditional things and paints and all the mixed media. I've been a gremlin for a long time, and I've fucked around with a lot of things. And I really want to make a cosplay, but I don't know what. I can't pick. Alright, I think I cleared that up. The toes don't look so wonky. And I feel like they're a lot more a lot clearer. Alright. The only thing I can think of to make this easier to like pick out, if I connected these. That kind of fucking works. That's why I'm not afraid to try shit. Uh-oh. Okay, sorry. I just kind of like choked on my spit mid-sentence there, and I'm just like, yay, good job. And these are the things that will suck. Like, they look neat disconnected there, but if I don't connect them and I want to weed this out as a vinyl, it will suck. But yeah, I've got a Cricut, and I've got a ton of stuff I've been wanting to do with it. And so the cool thing about my fourth wall shop, it allows me to put the print on demand items up, right? So there can be a section where you go and it's the t-shirts, the beanies, the mugs, but it also allows me to list products that I have or have made that I ship out myself, which means if I make some oddities or cool things, I can also list those in the shop, because I can't stop making stuff. I can't. Like, you know that movie with the bus, and if the bus goes under the speed limit, it explodes. That's me, but with crafts and art. If I stop making art, I'm just gonna explode. Like, I don't know what I would do. But I can only keep so much of my own junk, so if I keep making stuff, what am I gonna do with it? It'd be super cool if I could put stuff up for sale, and it might even let me mess around with some other shit. I've also got some really cool opportunities, like TLDR, resin has a shelf life, and I have a friend who needs help using up her resin before it goes bad. And with tears streaming down my face, I said, "So let me get this straight. You're telling me that you need someone to use the resin?" And she said, "Yes, otherwise it is just going to be a waste. Please make something with it." And damn it, I'm gonna. I just don't know what yet. So I've got some resin at my disposal, along with a ton of other like I don't even know what I want to do with it. excited Skuttz noises. Like I have access to literally so many things. I just want to, I don't know. I've been wanting to do stained glass stuff, so I'm like, can I do like an acrylic stained glass? Because that might be easier. The research into what is required for making stained glass it's really cool, but there's a lot of like, to do it right, you have to get the pieces to match up. There's a lot of tedious like sanding so the edges line up, and while I absolutely adore that kind of tedious crafting shit, my neck and my shoulders do not, and so I'd have to either take that very slow or risk setting off migraines. So I'm like, oh gosh, as much as I want to, I don't know. But I might be able to do similar with it. Basically, instead of using the lead, I would just use bezel wire, and I would solder that together and then fill it with resin and kind of make a faux stained glass that way. And I want to make a few things because no, I'm choking on my spit again. The pollen is crazy, and I've just got that post-nasal drip, so that's what keeps getting me. Give me just a second. I'm gonna take care of my sinuses. There we go. Much better, much better. The pollen just makes my throat really scratchy. I forgot what I was talking about. No. Just that this otter is adorable. Alright, so I'm trying to see what I can make connect so that I don't have to feel as much. Whoops. So anyways, if I do make something silly with this otter, I could actually list it up on my fourth wall shop as well. So I'll probably have a few things like that. Just when the mood strikes me, if I make something, I can be like, hey. Or, you know, if I make something on a stream and it's not something I'm necessarily gonna keep, I can go put it up for sale. Ooh. So, something I really want to do. I have a friend who just keeps getting, like, deck box after deck box. Like, he buys collections and shit for Magic. So he just ends up with a lot of deck boxes when they come with the collections that get sold. And there's been a few that are still in pretty good condition. And it's like, he's like, I don't really have a need for these. And so I've got a few of them, and I've filled a few with decks. I've just made some dumb stuff out of some bulk cards. But like I have a ton of like just extra stuff, and I'm like, I wanna do some card alters. I've got enough junk cards that I can try it out and get good at it and then do it on a nice card. I can make some of my Lathiel deck I love. And so for those who are listening and don't understand what Magic the Gathering is, it's a card game, and I love it because the card art is freaking gorgeous, and it's a fun way to spend time with friends. And Lathiel is a unicorn deck because unicorns. Do I need to say anything else? But I've got a lot of cards I've played with for a while, and they've kind of garnered inside jokes or different things I've associated with them, and I would really love to go in and decorate some of them. So maybe those will be some future streams one day, but I might paint some deck boxes and just list those for sale because I wanna. Why not? If I have paint and I have deck boxes, I'm just missing the time. So if I set aside a stream and do it, that's pretty good. See, I don't know how much of this I want to leave and how much of this I want to keep, because this is kind of part of my style. However, this part of my style doesn't really translate well into vinyl stickers. So when you make them yourself, you have to peel stuff out. And what's likely to happen is basically anything that's not anchored to larger things is more likely to lift, shift, or just get fucked up in the peeling process to start with. So, we'll see how that goes particularly, but everything else is perfect for a t-shirt design, and that's not a worry or a bother when we get there. So it's mostly, what do I want to do? Maybe like his nose, because I don't have it as a solid shape. I have it as a all right. Oh no, do I need to go look at what noses look like again? I think it's okay. It just looks different making it solid than when it had a gap, you know? Maybe I won't like it. Maybe I won't like it. It looks better from further away though. I do like that. It shouldn't really matter on the colored version, but then this way if I did want to do anything that wasn't totally, let's leave a disconnect at the bottom, but I'll connect it from the other side and the other side, so I still kind of keep that little bit there. I don't know what to do about his whiskers and all that though. That's gonna be its own thing. Should I make him more worried? Worried enough? Aw, little face. I love him. All right. So, oh my god, I need the pollen to go away. It's been so sunny. There's been no rain. So it's just been allergy hell. Everything's covered in pollen. I can't touch anything without touching my face, and then my eyes burn and itch, and I have to go wash my hands and my face. I'm like, I need the rain. I'm ready for this to be over. Alright, is the little footy, is that where? I don't know if that... see. Does it help to have a little dip like it's the back of his foot? I can't tell. What looks funny on this? Like, I don't know what's going on here that looks so weird. What'd I do? What'd I do? This is the only foot I'm still not happy with. The other one I'm good with. The light picture. Yeah, actually, I think that one would be within terms of service. So I believe I can draw that one. Yeah, I just have to, I finally found my tripod. So we can finally set up the traditional streams. Because I knew where my camera was, but that one I'm also struggling to get focusing correctly. It's really grainy, but I do have, I had to replace my cell phone, so I have my old phone, which should work well enough for a camera, and then I don't have to worry about leaving it in airplane mode and being unreachable, etc., etc. Because I'm no longer using it for daily use. But like, you couldn't hear me. Like, my mom was like, you need a new phone, I can't talk to you, I can't hear you. I'd cut out. I was like, what? I'm like, I'm not really, it's not really a phone if it's doing that. And then when the GPS starts to lag, that's when I get scared, because that's how I wrecked my car. Was my GPS gave me delayed information, caused confusion, and a rollover. Thankfully, nobody else was involved, but I don't mess around with that. So, the boon is that I don't have to worry about directions causing any confusion on the road. And I have a new device. Well, it's not new, I guess. It's my old device, but it's newly available. For new shenanigans, like being able to record. So we can get some hands going here and do some things like a traditional stream where I can color Deathlight's commission. Ooh, I can modify my minis. I can do whatever I want. I can show you the world. What crafting secrets do you wish to seek? Seriously, I've been making stuff for way too long. I know more than I should. I can tap metal and I can tell you what alloy it is with a eerily, I'm not always right, but it's an eerily, like, accurate percentage. And the times I'm wrong, it's something weird that I'm not used to. But I can pretty much identify copper, stainless steel, sterling silver, pewter, and aluminum almost like 100%. Like, when you tap on them, they've got different resonance to the way the metal I don't know, and they smell different, like, between tapping on it and smelling the metal. I can pretty much tell what it is. I've just spent way too long with too many metal types, I guess. It's one of the weirdest things too, because I forget I can do it and then I'll just do it. Like, someone's like, oh, I wonder what this is, and then I'm like, it's the front door. No, sorry. It's made me lose my train of thought. I could just tap on something. I'm like, oh yeah, this is aluminum. And somebody's like, how the do you know that? And I'm like, like, I do like the weird thing and then I don't realize it's weird until I do it. I'm like, oh yeah, I guess not everybody can just tap on a metal and tell you what alloy it might be. I probably somebody who spent a long time around it, like I know, DL, you work with a lot of metal, so I bet there's a few alloys you have like just a way you can identify it without really even thinking about it. All right, let's see. Can I fix his little otter paw? I think this looks better than it did. Yeah? I think so. I don't know. Let's see. Oh no. I get the tickle on my leg. I don't know why. It's like I see a spider and then for like the next 12 hours, I'm just in spider terror. I'm like, everything is a spider. All right, is that his little foot close enough? See, this is the part I don't really know how to identify where his foot ends, I guess. All right, we'll leave it alone for now, but I think everything else is actually, I'm really happy with his little paws. Oh, I was gonna make this one just a little bit smaller to match the other one. I only made one paw. One paw. His name is Paul. Only one paw smaller. Try to make them roughly the same size. I can't see the other paw over there, but I'm looking over here to make sure that they match. All right, apply transformation. We'll scoot. Oh wait, no. I'd like to pick it up again. Perfect. All right, so now I'll just clean up and reconnect these. All right, and then, I don't know. It depends on how much you guys are curious about the process. The last thing I really have to do for this is more like font design and that tedious bit, but it depends on if that was interesting to watch me work through or if that was kind of dry, just because it was a lot of, well, it was a lot of the same repetitive corrections though, because I was making variations of the same design. This one isn't going to have any other variations, but I would have to go through and do the whole it's like trying on outfits where you have to try on every outfit and find out what one's the one you're gonna wear. It's like that, but with fonts. You have to try on every font, find the prettiest font, the bestest font, the perfect font. So then again, I guess I've been using the same website for fonts since I took graphic design. So I guess it never occurred to me whether or not anyone else would even know that there's websites like that out there, or if anybody would even be interested. But I can show you that. I can show you the world. Not all of it, just the craft part. All right. What else are we doing here? I want to make sure his little face is. Should I try to connect all of this, or is it better left unconnected? Yeah, it's better disconnected. So if I do anything, I'd probably just get rid of that. I'll leave it in for this, and I'll just make any of those additional edits for a file I'm going to make vinyls out of. Oops. This way, though, I've made like the minimal amount of changes I have to make between the two, which like on one hand, it's probably not the biggest issue to adjust stuff, but I feel like it keeps stuff cohesive if more of it's the same and less of it's altered. Like if you see the auto design on something and you're like, oh, this is cute and I want this, and you like it, and then you see it on something else and you get it, but it's more than slightly different. You might be like, oh, this isn't what I thought it was gonna be. Alright, so he's got his little web toes. This part of his neck feels really thick. So either I need to make something else thicker. Yeah, no, I do need to make him a little bit thicker. Just add a little bit of width down here. Yeah, like that. Sweet. Okay. I'm trying to think if there's any last minute I can see. I'm not sure though. I like it. All right, let's put the color layer back on. Oh, we gotta fix his paws. Oh, I didn't shift those with it. Dang. That's all right. I should be able to fix it. All right, so let's double check everything's still filled in. Looks like it's just some of the places I was messing with the outline. Fine, it's kind of what I was expecting. And then the hand. So those. Do it like this, and then all right, grab this, and then can get it to fit. Oh shit, I didn't want to have the base layer. That's fine, I'll just fix it. That's okay. It's close enough-ish. Oh, but the way I added his fingers messed with the paws. Huh. Okay. So fix this, fill this. Clean up this outline real quick. A+. Then should fill in here. But yeah, that's that part. So now I'm just gonna fix that because I think I even have now made more of the ear. Whoops, that's the wrong brush. More of the ear visible, so I think it actually needs that, and then this. Okay, something like that, and then so what I want to do is erase the ones here. And then, let's see, I have one that's kind of here. And then they're I might have to think about how I'm doing this. It might not work with the thumb fold. That might be one of those changes where I have to do the thumb fold for the vinyl, but it won't work for the this design. Alright, so I'll leave that be for now, but I think that's like basically the last thing. Oh, no, it's not. I gotta fix this. Then. And I do believe that this about wraps up today's stream. We got some shirts going. I'm gonna put those up in my shop. So if you are following me on Twitch, no, not on Twitch. If you're following me on Twitter, any of my socials, I will be posting links when the drop goes live. And like I said, 10% of all of the sales for the Tired And line will be going towards the Trevor project. So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm glad I got those done. I got some other stuff to take care of, and then I'll be listing those. So, awesome. I love this otter so much. I'm just, I feel him so much right now. I cannot wait for this to be done. We'll probably see this one coming at the beginning of next month. Give me a minute to get the fonts ready for it and everything. But the Tired And line is coming out this month. Sweet. All right. Check out below for links to my socials and the aforementioned shop for when things go live. And yeah, I'll see you next week. Same time, same place. 12 noon to 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where I'll give you my little secrets and nuggets of art wisdom. And until next time, take care, have a good one, and I'll see ya. Bye. Oh, I don't have an ending screen. All right, well, peace.